everybody, this is Wendy. I'm so excited to show you how to make this beautiful 2016 shaker card. We're going to jump in and get started and make this card. So the first thing you need is a piece of real red cardstock cut at 7 inches by 6 inches, and you scored it 3.5 to fold it in half and make a card that is 3.5 by 6 inches. And so it's a different shape card, but that's okay because I'm going to be putting this in a package, so it doesn't really matter the shape. Okay, so then I have cardstock that's cut at 3 inches by 5.5, and I have 2 pieces of those thick whisper white cardstock cut at that size because I want to have a backing for my shaker. All right, I get ready to cut this in my Big Shot, and I quickly realize, oops, that I have to do some marks on this. So I just leave it on my Big Shot to do the marks, and I use my T ruler, and I'm just lining it up at the top and making a mark about, it's a little more than 1/4 of an inch from the bottom of the card. It's not excuse me, it's not quite 3/8 of an inch, so I wouldn't call it that. And then I'm going to go along the bottom here where I made that little mark and just draw a straight line. I'm doing this so that I have a way to line up my number framelits when I cut them out. I'm using the large number framelits from the new 2016 Occasions catalog. That will be released in just 4 days. I'm so excited. I cannot wait. This was one of my very favorite framelit sets in the new catalog because I just feel like the possibilities are absolutely endless using this set. So I had to showcase it immediately with a 2016 card. Also, make sure that you check out my blog because I have some other cards that I created using this large number die set over there on my blog, and that's at loveandstampin.com, and the link is in the description below, so you can do that. I also have all the information for how I made this card and the supply list in the description in the link below also. I'm sorry, in the description below on the link. So you can click the link in the description of this video and it will take you to all the information that you need to know. So I'm just kind of moving these around, getting them to exactly where I want them and lining them up, and then I'm going to run them through my Big Shot to cut them out. So I'm actually going to be using the negative space of the cutout and not the numbers, which is a little bit different than normal. And most of the time I would be using what I cut out, and this time I'm going to be using the negative. So you can see I have this really awesome 2016 cutout now, and it's ready to be put together. So I did need to save the 6 and the 0 little center pieces because I have to add those to the acetate sheet that I'm going to be putting together. I have a piece of window sheet that is from Stampin UP, and I just cut it at a little less than 3 inches by 5.5 inches so it would fit nicely onto the back of this piece of cardstock. And I'm using my Tombow mono adhesive to put this down because I wanted something really strong and sticky. I will say that the fine tip glue pen is really awesome, but it is not a really strong glue. So it's not something you would want to use for holding something super secure in place. It's perfect for embellishments on top of a card because you really don't need a ton of heavy duty glue for that. But for something like this, I have to go to my Tombow adhesive because it's super strong. So once I get that put down, I am careful with it because until it sets up, it will slide around. That acetate will slide. So I'm just going to go ahead and take my pencil and erase the line that I had created underneath in order to be able to line up my numbers nicely. And then I'm going to go ahead and add my little circle pieces into the middle of my numbers. I'm going to be sending this card to Holland to, actually she's my aunt by marriage. She is currently over there taking care of her mother. She's originally from Holland, and so she's back there right now taking care of her mom. Her dad passed away, and she's been there for quite a while, and she's kind of down. So I really wanted to send her a little care package with a fun card welcoming 2016 and hoping that she'll get to come home soon, or the situation there will be better for her so that she can come home. So that's who this card is for, and I usually always make 2 cards when I make a card. So I'll probably end up making giving somebody else the other one. All right, so I'm going to use my foam tape. This is tape that I get at the hardware store. I use this in order to make my shaker cards because I just can't use Stampin' Dimensionals for shaker cards. It's simply not um, cost effective to do that. I would have to line this whole thing with dimensionals, and that's just craziness. So I use this really awesome foam tape. I get it at my local hardware store for pretty inexpensive. It's way cheaper than getting it online or at Staples. I think that whoever sells this has caught on that people are using it for like crafting, and so they've upped the prices other places, but my little local hardware store hasn't figured that out. So I actually can get this for pretty inexpensive. I love that. So I'm just trimming this to fit, and then I'm going to peel all these away, and I put a second layer. So that's the part you didn't see in the video because it takes forever. So there's a second layer of that foam tape. So it's doubled up so that my shaker bits will move around really nicely. For my shaker bits, I'm using Stampin' Up's bright assorted sequins, and then I also mixed in some of my own sequins because I wanted some more red and blues in there. So I did go ahead and add some extra sequins. And then I'm taking this panel that I cut to just cover the back of the shaker card so that it's got a nice solid finished back before I adhere it down. So as you can see, it just is gorgeous. Like I could just hold it and play with it all day because I love how shiny and pretty it is. I'm a simple girl. What can I say? I love shiny things. So I'm using my tear and tape adhesive here because it's a really strong adhesive. And again, this is going overseas and in a box with other stuff. So I wanted to make sure that the card held together. I didn't want it to show up in tatters. So I'm just going to peel off the release paper here off the back, and I'll be able to just adhere the front of this card down. And then I do have some extra steps. So real quick, while I'm doing this, I wanted to mention that if you don't have a 2016 catalog or a celebration brochure from Stampin' Up! And you need one, you can email me and let me know. I'd be happy to send you one. Celebrations is a really fun promotion that Stampin' Up! Does every year from January to March. And basically you get a free item for every $50 you spend. So it's cool. I mean, you pick an item out of the celebration catalog, and this year I'm super excited because they're going to be adding additional items after February 15th. So that's pretty cool. And there's limited items up until February 15th. Okay, so I'm using the greetings thinlits in the annual catalog to cut out my word. And I'm using the precision plate, and I just love this plate. I mean, there's not enough nice things I can say about it. First of all, I don't have to use wax paper anymore, which is a godsend. And I'm able to get great cuts every single time that I use this thing. So if you don't have a precision plate and you have a big shot and you have a bunch of framelits, especially intricate ones, you really need one of these precision plates. They're only 25 bucks and it'll save you a lifetime of headaches, I promise. So as you can see, it already cut out 3 of these words that says cheers. And so I cut out one more just to show you how it works. This is a quick tip for you. After I used about half of my fine tip glue pen, I took my Tombow Mono adhesive and I poured some of the adhesive from that into my fine tip glue pen. So what I've ended up with is a stronger adhesive than the fine tip glue pen comes with, and not quite as strong as Tombow Mono adhesive. It's somewhere in the middle, and I absolutely love it. And it refilled my bottle of fine tip glue pen, so I just mixed those together. And the mono adhesive's a little bit cheaper, so it's kind of a cool way to extend my adhesives. So I'm just taking and layering all of these pieces together, the cheers piece. This is a really fun, simple, inexpensive way to create fun embellishments for your cards or scrapbook pages because it makes them nice and thick. It almost makes them look like pieces of chipboard. So I'm just continuing to layer each of these pieces together, and I'll be putting them on the card. The other thing I wanted to mention about Celebration is there's this really awesome deal, and it's the best deal for your money, and I talk about it every year, but this year it's way better than it has been. basically, if you want to get $56 in totally free product, all you have to do is purchase the Stampin' Up! Starter Kit. I know that sounds scary because you think, oh my gosh, that means I have to have parties and I have to do all these different things. Nope, it doesn't mean that. Basically, all it means is that you become a demonstrator, yes, but you can choose to do it as a hobby or you can do it as a business. It's totally up to you. You pay $99 plus tax, and you get to choose $155 in product to put in your kit, and the shipping on your kit is completely free. You'll get some catalogs and different things along with your kit, so if you did decide you wanted to do this as a business, then you would have stuff to hand out. But other than that, you're getting free product of $56. That is the absolute best deal for your money, and that promotion is running from January 5th to March 31st, and I would love for you to join under me. We have a lot of fun in my group. We do lots of fun things. We have weekly giveaways in our Facebook group. We have an exclusive Facebook group. I do a monthly exclusive make and take online. It's $5 to buy into that if you want to. If not, you can just watch it and it's totally free. But if you actually want the make and take, then you would just pay the $5. Super fun. We have all kinds of fun stuff that we do. So if you're interested in getting involved in that, would absolutely love for you to do so. And all you have to do is contact me or sign up on January 5th with the link that's on my website that says join me or join my team. Okay, so I'm adhering this little piece down that I've created, and I'm going to use the Wink of Stella clear glitter pen. This is the most awesome product in the planet for adding shimmer to your embellishments, your cards, your stamped images. It does not smear the ink, and it goes on beautifully every single time. Stampin' Up! Is selling these in their new 2016 catalog. So if you want one of those, you can pick them up after January 5th. Then I thought it would be fun to go ahead and add some glossy accents right over the top, or crystal effects. I'm so used to calling it glossy accents. Crystal effects right over the top. This is a product that you can get from Stampin' Up! Pretty much everyone sells this, but I just wanted to have a really, really shiny finished look on top of this card to kind of go along with the sequins. So I added the crystal effects in order to make it look fancy and shiny and have it pop a little. So this is my card. I just love how it turned out. Make sure that you check out my blog for other fun ideas, and so you can see the other stuff that I did with the large numbers die. I made a bunch of cards for my team members. I have wonderful team members like I was just talking about, and everybody who was in the top 10 in sales for November got a card from me that I made using this die. And I did some fun embossing on window sheets also. So you can see that over on my blog, and it's just some pictures, some fun pictures. I also made another 2016 card with a blue background, so you'll see that at the end of the video. Thanks everyone for watching, and I hope you have a very happy new year. Bye-bye. Thanks for hanging out till the end of this video. You can click on either of the images you see here to watch those videos, and I hope you do so. Have a great day. Bye-bye.